Hey guys, tonight we're sneaking through the sandstone alleys of Thebes, ancient Egypt's jewel, where the temples still shimmer faintly with day warmth, and the cats? Well, they're just beginning their shift. Imagine that low, copper glow across the paving stones, the kind of light that feels like it's trying to hum you to sleep. Up on the flat temple roofs, where only cats and stars are allowed after dark, something sacred stretches its paws. Thebes, you'll recall, isn't just any city. It's the kind of place where your sandals stick with centuries of incense and whispers. The Nile has finished murmuring her daily secrets. And now, as priests extinguish torches and the last offerings fade into the dusk, you feel the shift. A soft pad of paws, a flicker of tail behind a sandstone column. The feline patrol is awake. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And if you're listening in from somewhere lovely, drop your location and your local time in the comments. It's always fun knowing where in the world we're dozing off together. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. You start at ground level, near the Temple of Karnak, where stone lions guard the entry like they were carved just this morning. But it's the real cats you're after. You spot your first guide, lanky, dust-colored, with a torn ear and an unimpressed expression. Naturally, you trail her up narrow steps, past archways so ancient even the gods forgot their names. Above, the rooftops unfold like a slow sigh. The world softens into that inky blue just before full night, and the stones still radiate sun warmth like a slow, giant exhale. The cat pauses, licks one paw as if to say, "Keep up, tourist." In ancient Thebes, temple roofs weren't just architecture. They were quiet observatories, secret playgrounds, and perfect feline vantage points. From up here, a cat could see everything. The procession of priests below, the flickering braziers near the sacred pools, even the distant glint of the Nile. And once the sun dipped, cats gathered here like they owned it. Let's be honest, they did. One leans against a statue of Batet, eyes half closed in divine smugness. Another balances on a beam above a door inscribed with prayers to Ammonius. You're pretty sure that third one is pretending not to stalk a gecko, probably for sport. Scholars still argue whether temple cats were formally trained or simply tolerated. But one thing's clear. These furry agents ran a tighter night shift than most royal guards. You settle onto a slab of limestone, its surface still warm, and listen to paws on the stone. Soft, rhythmic, ancient. Below you, the city of Thebes slows. The marketplace has hushed, though someone, somewhere, is still trying to haggle over a pot. A priest murmurs his last chant of the day near the lotus pond. And the cats? They stretch. The stretch of those who have nowhere to be but everywhere important. One black and gold cat slinks near a pile of palm fronds, a favorite napping spot of a scribe who tends to fall asleep mid-scroll. Another sniffs the breeze from the direction of the sacred crocodile pool. You glance down and realize that even the crocodile, so revered, so feared, is giving cats a wide berth. That's power. There's a myth, mostly whispered by grain vendors and water carriers, that cats could smell lies. That when a priest faltered in prayer or flubbed a line in ritual, a cat would fix him with a gaze so heavy it could ruin his week. You believe it. You're starting to feel it now, that stare. The "I know what you forgot to sacrifice" stare. One climbs into your lap, curls into a tight loaf, and purrs like an ancient motorboat. You don't move. You don't even breathe deeply. You just exist quietly with her, as the first stars flicker awake. The moment you think the cats are done stretching, they begin their actual work. It starts not with a pounce, but a pause, a kind of silent vote. One cat flicks her tail twice and slips down into a hidden shaft near the Temple of Luxor. Another follows. But you're not alone for long. Something rustles near a collapsed column, and a white cat with one green eye and one blue eye steps into view. She's older, graceful in that, "I remember when this temple wasn't a ruin" way. She trots past you, tail held high, and you follow like it's the most obvious thing in the world. She leads you into a chamber you swear wasn't there before, circular, with a faint glow coming from bowls of perfumed oil left by some very committed worshipper, or possibly by cats themselves. Would you be shocked if they had their own cult? Didn't think so. Here, the cats gather again, encircling a low stone platform. At the center sits an amulet, golden, inscribed with a tiny likeness of Batet. Each cat rubs against it in turn, tails twitching, as if recharging something ancient. It's not loud or dramatic. It's gentle, purposeful, ritualized. You take a step closer and suddenly, no joke, you sneeze, loud. Every cat freezes. Even the amulet seems to judge you. The moment passes, and one yawns, unimpressed. Rituals resume. You stand quietly now, fully aware that you're the least mystical being in the room. The air shifts again, cooler now. Outside, Thebes is in full moonlight, and through cracks in the temple walls, beams spill in like silver threads. The cats begin to fan out, leaving the chamber in small clusters. You step out after them into a side courtyard, where palm shadows stretch long and the silence feels shared. The cats shift again, this time toward the river. Not a stampede, but a slow trickle of velvet paws and flicking tails that winds out of the courtyard and along the sandstone path toward the Nile's edge. You rise, brushing grit from your hands, and follow as if your body now obeys whiskers instead of will. The Nile at night is not black, but a glossy charcoal brushed with silver. Eventually, the cats leap from the barge, one by one, disappearing into the marshes. You try to follow but realize, maybe you're not invited this time. You watch as the reeds part again. Somewhere deep inside, you hear chirping, a splash, then silent. Back up the path. The cats regroup in an alley lined with columns carved like bundles of papyrus. Here they get theatrical. One leaps dramatically between two statues. Another balances perfectly on the curved horns of a ram-headed sphinx, just to prove she can. You trail the cats into a hidden garden. Not the manicured kind with straight paths and trimmed hedges, but a tangle of moonlit palms, date trees, and flowering shrubs gone wild. Vines creep up sandstone walls, and pools shimmer under papyrus fronds. In the center of the garden lies a shallow basin carved into the ground, ringed with smooth stones and tiny offering jars. The cats gather here with surprising reverence. No more play, no smug posturing, just stillness. One white cat dips a paw in the basin, then flicks water onto a nearby statue. A dark tortoiseshell follows, mimicking the gesture with exaggerated care. It's not random. As if on cue, the cats rise and vanish again, this time into a side tunnel hidden behind a wall of ferns. You follow, of course. You stoop to enter, hands brushing the stone, ducking vines and loose dust. The air grows cooler, earthier. You realize this part of the temple is deeper than expected, older, maybe even forgotten. Torches flicker on the walls. You didn't light them. Someone or something did. The cats pad ahead without fear, their eyes gleaming in the half-light. The tunnel leads to a circular chamber with a domed ceiling painted like the night sky. Stars and gold leaf, a crescent moon with eyes, and near the top, a mural of Batet herself, smiling that quiet, terrifying smile. This is their chapel, their true domain. They scatter like soft rain, curling up along the walls, atop old offering tables, inside hollow statues. One cat bats gently at a hanging charm shaped like a fish. Another snores, loudly, because even sacred cats have sinuses. You sit in the center, spine against cool stone. You're tired, but not the mortal kind, more like your soul needs a nap. The chamber's quiet settles around you like a soft cloak. The cats begin to groom themselves, meticulous as ancient scribes copying sacred texts. Their tongues make gentle rasping sounds, a kind of purring whisper that fills the space. You lean back and close your eyes for a moment, breathing in the scent of old. Slowly, the cats begin to stir, one by one stretching and yawning with theatrical grace. They leap to their feet and assemble near a carved doorway leading back toward the moonlit gardens. Before leaving, the black cat with gleaming eyes brushes past your hand, a soft, warm weight that lingers a moment longer than expected. You rise and follow them outside. The air feels cooler now, crisp with a whisper of dawn's approach. The garden is quieter, as if holding its breath. As the first blush of dawn begins to paint the horizon, you pause at the temple gate. The golden sun hasn't yet risen, but the promise of light feels near. Somewhere in the distance, a temple bell rings softly, marking the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. You think about the cats, those shadowy guardians of Thebes, moving through rituals and mysteries you can only glimpse. Now, as you lay your head down, let the calm seep deeper. Feel the soft night air wrap around you like a velvet blanket, the echo of purring cats fading into the background hum of the Nile. The temple gardens grow quiet, the stars above dimming as dawn draws near. You are safe here, in this quiet space between sleep and waking, cradled by ancient whispers and moonlit shadows.